I'm muted. Yes. How are we doing?
Yo.
Hope you're all good. You're very loud in my ears, bro. Screaming into my brain then. That yo rattled my head. How are you all doing? Welcome to Play Ratings. Hopefully everyone's good from yesterday. Massive win for Manchester City, which I'm still not over, given how good it was. You know, it's a good win when you just keep watching everything possible that you can about the match again. Like any analysis, you're like, show me all of it. I want all of it.
Yeah, very true. Very true. It's good. It's good. It's, you know, this is what football's all about, man. It's about those sick nights. Obviously, it's only half time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the second leg next week. But it's a very good result and one that really should see us into the semi-final. So it's top performance. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. We need 9 people to hit the thumbs up button to get us to 100 likes. So make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Big up to the guys at Manscaped. They sponsored today's stream. If you want to get yourself an extra 20% off your order and free international shipping, then make sure you're using code XTRA20, XTR20 at checkout, and you'll get that discount and international shipping applied there. Big up to Benno with a super chat with a 2. Says, still buzzing, adrenaline done me no sleep till 3 a.m.
I had a late night, innit? I had a late night. God, Benno led. Lauren in the chat there says, I see less than 9s on the ratings and we're going to RKO someone. Lauren ain't happy, innit? And happy, okay. The less than 9s, she's like, yo, sending for all the man.
I best get learning those defensive techniques because we'll see. We'll see.
To chop left, right, and centre over me.
Let's get into it then, guys. As always, we'll go through all the players. We'll go through the stats of the player. We'll give our ratings. You give your ratings in the chat, and then we'll give the Xtra Club official rating because that's the one that counts. Big up to the Xtra Club members, man. Big up to Pac-Man as well. The 5 says Warwick evening. We embarrassed the sun bed stealing brat versus Munchers. Scousers are in the mud, and Miguel Delaney was crying in his nana's spare room. From Pac-Man with the 5, just sending absolutely everyone.
Just sending for everyone. Doesn't matter who it is.
Sending for everyone, man. Right, let's get into it then. We'll start with Edison. 90 minutes played, made 4 saves in the game, 1 punch, 1 run out, which was successful, 1 high claim, 1 save from inside the penalty area, was Musiala. No, it wasn't, it was Sane, sorry. Accurate passes, 71%. So he made 24 passes and completed 17 of those. All of those misplaced passes were long balls. 3 clearances, and they're the stats from Edison. Actually had a lot to do yesterday. Usually we come into the player ratings, we speak about Edison, and there's not really much that he had to do. He actually had quite a few saves to make, and he made one absolute huge save from Leroy Sane down to his left on the ground. Leroy Sane absolutely blasted at him as well. It was an incredible save, one that normally you don't really expect Edison to make. It was actually a really good performance from Edison.
Yeah, actually mint. Showed abilities that we don't really see from him. The shot stopping side of his game, innit? Like people don't really think that exists. Edison and that, but he was sick. He was crucial yesterday. If he doesn't make them saves, bro, it's a different game completely.
Yeah. No,
it's just like Diaz with the block at that point. When if he don't make that block, that goes in bottom corner there. A different game. And I think honestly, Edison. Probably one of his better games. I think it's one of the games where people remember as well. People remember that a lot. Like they'll be like, "Oh, remember how good Edison was in that Bayern Munich first."
Because he actually had something to do. Usually, he doesn't have anything to do. You know what I mean? So he's actually had to make some saves. He made some big saves. I thought he made 2 saves, which I expect him to make. But the one where Leroy Sane drilled it down to his left, I thought
that was incredible.
That was a save.
Big save that.
Not all goalkeepers stop that. So fair play. He absolutely smashed it. I'm going to give him a good rating here. I'm going to give him, you know what? I'm going to give him a 9. And the reason I'm going to give him a 9 is because it's difficult to give Edison high ratings most games because he doesn't really do much. So he's had to do some stuff. He made 1 crucial save, 2 saves which I expect him to make. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to give him a 9.
Yeah, I was actually going to give him a 9 as well. I ain't about to get RKO by Lauren in it, so I'm full sending the 9 in it. don't at me. But yeah, no, I agree. I think usually we have to give like Edison like 7s or like 6s kind of thing. I think it's very hard to give him high ratings, but this is a game where he deserves a high rating. So I think a 9 is fair. The Xtra Club have given him a 9.3.
Wow, that's probably the highest Edison's ever got.
Ever.
So yeah, fair dues. Okay, let's move into the defense then. I'm not going to put John Stones in the defense. I'm going to do that when we come to the midfield because he basically plays midfield now.
Yeah.
Manuel Akanji. These are his stats from the game yesterday. Played 90 minutes, made 1 clearance, 2 interceptions, got dribbled past 3 times, won 7 out of his 11 ground duels, won 2 out of 3 aerial duels, lost possession a total of 15 times, had a 78% pass accuracy, misplaced 11 out of 50 passes, made 1 cross unsuccessful, made 7 long balls, 4 successful. And that's where we're at with the stats from Akanji. He actually, in my opinion, had a really bad start to the game. I thought the first 15, 20 minutes kind of looked all over the place, misjudging headers, tackles not really working, some loose passes. But after 20 minutes, he really got into it, man. And he just, from there, he was fine.
I think nerves got better in them first 20 minutes. I think he did have a shaky start, definitely. He was sliding in and it weren't really coming off, whereas you seen later in the game, he was making similar slide tackles to what he was doing in them first 20 minutes, but every single one was hitting. He was getting it right every time. It's almost like he knew he had to fix up. And he did fix up. It's weird because of his shaky start. Is that Akanji's best game? Is that his toughest test as well?
It was his toughest test for sure.
So then surely that, with the performance that he put in, does that mean that's his best game? Like the 20, if you get rid of him 20 minutes, bro, the shaky 20 minutes, he was incredible.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. I agree.
Imagine how hard it is to deal with Sane and then switch into Coleman. That's a graft. That is a graft. So
and he's pretty good on the ball as well. You know.
I think yesterday he was mint. He was mint, bro. We got this guy for £15 million, and he just played a Champions League quarter final against Bayern Munich and slammed for the most part.
I'm gonna give him. If he didn't have that shaky start, he would have got like probably really high. But I'm gonna give him an 8.6.
I was gonna give him an 8.9 on the basis that the shaky start in it. So basically, me and you about to get RKO'd on it, but I allow it because he did have a shaky start. So I was thinking I'll allow it a little bit. Both in a similar region. The Xtra Club gave Akanji an 8.8. So basically in the middle of me and you, kind of.
Fairs. The chat is quite split on this. I've seen lows of 8 and I've seen highs of 9.4, 9.5. So I've seen a 7.5 as well for Akanji.
7.5? No, that's a good night. But you can't, with that defence that we had yesterday, you can't be throwing 7.5s out. That's harsh.
Yeah, I think that's a bit harsh.
But that's harsh. That agenda's coming true there, bro.
I know. Let's move into Ruben Diaz. Then played 90 minutes yesterday. Made 3 clearances, 3 block shots. He won 3 out of 3 ground duels. He won 3 out of 4 aerial duels. Lost possession 10 times. Had an 87% pass accuracy. Long balls 8, successful 5. Had 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked, and also missed a big chance, which would have been ruled out for offside anyway. All I can say on Ruben Diaz is wow. And is this the best Ruben Diaz we've seen at Manchester City? Because I've said for a long time that his first season at Manchester City was incredible. And I do think he took a little bit of a dip and hasn't been quite as good. But this season, since he's come back from that hamstring injury, I think he's got even better. I think what we're witnessing right now from Ruben Diaz is the best Ruben Diaz we've seen at Manchester City. He's better defending. He's better on the ball. He's now completely leading that team, even though Gundogan's the captain. And I believe that right now Ruben Diaz is up there with some of the best centre-back performances I've seen from anyone at this football club ever.
I said it then about Akanji, right? But is that Diaz's best game?
It's certainly up there. 100%.
It has to be up there. I've never seen him look so, like, obviously we know he's always like a leader on the pitch and that, but bro, he was like, I don't know, he channeled that energy into everyone, bro. After the first goal, he's got every player back in a huddle going at him, like saying, like, do you know what I mean, going sick. So honestly, that performance from Diaz was incredible. That was incredible. He was pure captain mode there. I know he's not the captain, but he is. He is. Like, he did not, bro, he was throwing everything on the line to stop any shot going at our goalkeeper there. I mean, it shows his trust in Edison.
Huge block on that Musiala one.
Yeah.
That Musiala's going in the bottom corner, man.
Bottom corner.
Edison's not saving that.
It's bottom corner all day. Honestly, he had an amazing game yesterday. An amazing game yesterday. You could see it on the pitch, man. You could see it on the pitch.
Yeah. 100%. And I know Darcy's saying there about captain next season. I mean, we spoke about this time and time again. I think 95% of people in this chat all agree that Ruben Diaz should be the captain next season.
Do you know what I'd like as well about the captain situation with Ruben Diaz? Obviously, it all depends on whether Gundogan leaves and goes. I think even if Gundogan stays, I don't think it's disrespectful to give it to Ruben Diaz. Because if Ruben Diaz gets captain armband, you're getting longevity out of it as well. A guy's still young. He's got a long contract at City. He's always said that he only wanted one big move and then to make his stay at a football club is incredible for us. And I think having him for a captain for a long time, not that it actually matters that much because we have like a captain squad, but I just think he deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah. Man. No, I agree. For me, Ruben Diaz, 100% in the 9s.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna give him a 9.7.
Yeah.
I think that's the highest I've ever gone for a defender.
Yeah. I was going to go 9.5, but then I was thinking, I'm just going to go 9.5. Yeah. I don't want to overthink it. I think 9.7 is valid, though. That is fair. That is fair. He was sick.
I think 10's valid.
10, that's the thing. That I was sat here trying to think, like, is it a 10? Is it a 10? Did he put a foot wrong?
Not really.
As a defender, what are we rating him lower on? Why is he not getting a 10? because he don't get a goal on assist, mate, as a defender. Gets a clean sheet against Bayern Munich. Vital in stopping the shots, but I'm giving it a 10, mate.
Fuck it, I'm going to give him a 10 as well.
Yeah, well, he deserves 10.
I'm going to give him a 10. You're right. He did nothing wrong. I don't think he made a single mistake in the game, so... Nah, you're right. 10. Give him a 10. Fuck it. Stop being so stingy, innit?
Yeah, that's it. I think it's 10. Diaz from the Xtra Club got a 9.8.
Ooh, okay.
So, Xtra Club ratings is a 9.8.
First.
Yeah, I'm going for 10.
There's a lot of 10s. There's a lot of 10s in the chat.
Yeah, it's got to be 10.
Let's move on to Mr. Ake. With a 90 minutes played yesterday, 6 clearances, 1 block shot, 1 interception. Made 3 successful ground duels out of 5. He won all 4 of his aerial duels. Lost possession 9 times. Had an 88% pass accuracy. Made 4 long balls, 2 successful, and had 1 shot on target. I mean, very similar to Diaz in the sense that did he put a foot wrong?
I don't think did he do anything wrong?
Did he do anything wrong? I mean, he was
You get a 10. You get a 10. You get a 10. Like,
I ain't gonna give him a 10.
I ain't gonna give him a 10 because I want Diaz to stand out on the 10.
Yeah, but
I think Diaz was better than Ake.
Again, fantastic, and I'm starting to see debates on social media now about whether or not Chelsea made the correct move in the summer. I mean, we all know probably they didn't. Now they bought Koulibaly over Ake, and there's a lot of debate about whether that was the correct thing because, of course, if Chelsea wouldn't have signed Koulibaly and they would have said to Ake, "Look, come to Chelsea, you're going to be number 1 starter at Chelsea," I think he would have probably gone. He
was willing to go. He was very open about it. He did an interview, didn't he? And he said that he wants to get more game time. He wanted to get into the national side, and Van Gaal made it clear that he has to be getting more first-team football to get into that side. Now, I think he'll be buzzing that he made the decision to stay at City because he's become a vital player for us. Like, Ake is one of the first names on the team sheet because he has to be. We're a different side without Nathan Ake in this. We don't have another left-back. So... and yesterday, bro, it was another sick performance, bro. This guy, no one in the league is pocketing Saka, then Ake comes over and pockets Saka.
Well, one thing that I've been saying that I've kind of changed my mind on now because I think this situation has changed is for quite some time I've been saying that someone like a Newcastle should come in or like a Chelsea, Liverpool, maybe not Liverpool, you won't go Liverpool, but someone like that should come in for Ake, put a big bid in, 70 million, and go, boom, we want Ake, and say to Ake, you're going to come here in first-team football. There's a couple of things that have changed now. He's actually genuinely a first-team starter for Manchester City.
Yeah.
And the price is no longer 70 million anymore.
Nah, bro, it's cash.
It's no longer 70 million anymore. I'm talking 90 million, mate.
And people might be like, yeah, but as a player, he's not worth that. But to Manchester City, is worth that. To Manchester City, he is worth that. Look at how vital he is for our team. So at the end of the day, he's our player. Honestly, personally, I'd be getting that kind of new contract at the end of this year.
100%.
I'd bump his contract up, get him a new wage because he deserves to be on a higher wage than what he is, and especially after this season that he's had.
As well, something that City are going to be asking themselves is, do we really need to be shelling out 100 million on Gvardiol? Do you think, chat? Do you really think that we need to go spend 100 million on Gvardiol? Why?
Is this defense now good enough? We've got four quality centre backs. The only thing is we do play all of them at once.
I think that maybe you could look at, if anything, right now, I'd be looking at someone to strengthen over Akanji.
Yeah.
Because out of the 3 defenders that are playing right now, Ake, Diaz, and Akanji, for me, Akanji is the weakest one. So if you are going to strengthen the defence, go and sign someone on the right hand side. Don't be replacing Ake. Are you mad? He's been our most consistent defender all season. And if Diaz hadn't come back. I mean, because I've been saying, right, we've had this debate quite a lot recently about who gets player of the year if you exclude Haaland. And I've been saying Ake. But if Ruben Diaz puts in these performances now to the end of the season, he's going to have a shout. Akanji's the weak one now, not Ake. If you're going to sign one, replace Akanji. But I don't think it's something that we need to rush into. I think that we can have a look at the summer and go, you know what, do we actually need this? Maybe actually we could upgrade a winger target. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, rather than focusing on this centre back, and this is actually very relevant. This because Laporte just put on Instagram, by the way. He put after the rain, a rainbow; after a storm, the calm; after an end, a new beginning. that stinks of Laporte leaving.
Well, we already knew he was leaving, didn't we?
We knew he was leaving anyway, but like, when we say we knew, obviously it's just obvious because he never plays football for us. Laporte should be playing in these big games like last night. And fair play to the guy actually, because even after the match, bro, guys crediting all the players and that's about all the sick performance and that. Man always has like pictures of him all and that stuff. And he's a sick player. And it's a shame that he has to leave and obviously he's fallen out of favour, but it is what it is at the moment. And like we're talking about now, our centre backs are so strong right now.
Mm-hmm. They're very, very strong. Ake then, player rating. I think he deserves to be in the 9s.
I think he deserves to be the 9s. I'm going to go 9.4.
Yeah, I'm going to go 9.3 for Nathan Ake.
Let me see what the Xtra Club give him. I was tabbed out of that bit. The Xtra Club gave Nathan Ake a 9.6.
Boom. Nice. Big up Osmodus with a 7 says Ake's playing so well he's changing our summer transfer plans, as we just said. We don't need starting left back in the summer, we need backup for Ake. Yeah, or replacement for Kanji. So I didn't even see that, but obviously we literally just spoke about that. Osmodus was very good timed member chat.
Oh yeah.
Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream now. We're 13 likes away from 200, so hit that thumbs up button, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. If you want to help support the channel grow, you can become a YouTube channel member. And big up to the guys at Manscaped. You know what to do. Let's get a veg spammed in this chat. Let's go.
Let's go.
5% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping.
Yes. Go check out Manscaped. Use code XTRA20 for 20% off and free international shipping. Dun, dun, dun. I got the tune in my head.
Right, let's go on to the midfield then. Johnny Stones got the official Man of the Match award last night. He played 90 minutes in the game, got 1 assist for Erling Haaland. Had an 80% pass accuracy, misplaced just 7 passes in the game, made 2 key passes, 5 long balls, 2 of which were successful. He had 1 shot blocked, 1 aerial duel, which he won. He didn't have any ground duels actually to make, and he made 1 clearance. I thought he was very, very good. I don't think he was our man of the match, personally. That's just my opinion. I don't think he was our man of the match, so I disagree with the official one.
Yeah, even he came out and said he doesn't know how he got it.
Yeah, so, but, you know, I think you know what happens sometimes, right, is when a player gets played in a position that they're not really familiar and they do well, people seem to gas it up a little bit too much for me. He was good, don't get me wrong.
He was very good.
I don't think he was
man of the match.
Yeah, just a standard sort of performance. Yeah, everyone was raving about it yesterday, but it was like, we've seen him do that now quite a lot. Like, there was nothing different to what he did. Okay, maybe the opposition was better, but he's been doing that quite regularly. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he basically he's set the bar and he's just still playing at his bar. Do you know what I mean? He's set the bar quite high, but we know he can play that. We know he can play them kind of games. Like, he played the same, like Tyrone there, played the same way against Liverpool, played the same way the other day. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he plays in that role really, really nice. Obviously, he got himself an assist as well, which was pretty good. I think a lot of credit should go to the ball in. But yeah, I think it's just another standard game for John Stones, which is good because it's consistently high performances that he's putting in. Not
Yeah,
just like
no,
it's a
I
standard
agree.
game where he shouldn't get any credit for it, because he does deserve credit because he is very, very good.
Yeah, he got the assist, so he's going to get a little bit of a boost. I'm going to give him a 9.3.
I was giving 9.3 as well, bro. Xtra Club have gone the other way on this one, bro. They give him 9.7. They've gone super high with it. I see Black Winter in the chat. They've got 9.7. A lot of people going highs on it as well, which I can get because he is good. He is sick.
Yeah, and he got the assist as well.
He got an assist.
So that gives you a little bit of a boost. Big up Sebastian, says Pep and the whole team, man of the match, says Sebastian. Well, this is the thing, Sebastian. You got to pick a player, man. I'm not going to allow you just to sit on the fence.
Yeah,
you have to pick a player.
That's a long ass fence, that, isn't it? 11-man fence like you're saying on there. Yeah, you need a full centre, one man.
Big up Liam with the 5, says I've never been confident with Laporte at the back. Can't wait for him to leave. Also, you two don't give enough credit to Akanji. He's a monster.
I rate Akanji, mate. I'd say I give more credit to Akanji than LB, but I think that's why I'm more forgiving.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I like him. I do think he's a good player. Do I think there's better players out there that we could replace him with? Yes. And I do think he's got errors in his game. I think in the air he's very weak. I don't think he's very strong in the tackle.
Very weak in the air. Yeah.
I'm not against the guy. You know what I mean? People seem to think I've got some sort of an agenda. I like him. I've just said, like, if you keep him in the team, I'm happy with the back 4 or the back 3 as it is now. I'm happy with it. I'm chilling. I just don't think he's anywhere near good as Ake. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as John Stones, Ruben Diaz. But I think he's good. I think he's a good player. I think the 15 million quid that we bought him for, I think it's an absolute steal. I think it's a bargain.
Mm-hmm. For people say New City X tweet, I'm not sure what tweeted about. Oh, this is one, bro. How mad's this? And this is just This is still on the centre back situation, and it's actually Pat Mamada too. There says harsh on Laporte. Back in the last season, he was top. Yeah, man, put a shift in. I do think it's very harsh on Laporte. I think it's tight, but clearly he's fallen out of favour with Pep, and I mean he should be playing football, so he will leave. But it sounds weird to say he deserves to leave because he deserves to be playing football. Guy's a good footballer, and this is how you know, man. Cole Palmer, Sergio Gomez, and Rico Lewis have all made more appearances than Laporte.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah.
So that's the situation that we find ourselves in with Laporte, and hence why you can't get a look in anymore. Basically, you'll only see Laporte nowadays to give another player rest. Is my opinion. To the end of the season, unless someone gets injured, he'll just be giving the other centre backs rest. That's the way it is, though, isn't it? That's the way it falls sometimes. Big up Pat Man too.
No, I agree, but it's what it is, isn't it? Big up Matthew says, I'm hoping Doyle and Betty will save us millions. I don't think Betty is going to save us anything, unfortunately.
Is he playing at Bolton?
No idea.
I don't know if he's actually playing.
I don't think so. I guess you're on about Callum Doyle. He looks like a Rolls Royce of a player. Probably need to do a little bit more scouting on him, but he's a player that is very highly thought of, Matthew. So you might be onto something with that one, bro. I guess you're on about Callum Doyle. We're speaking about centre backs. Big up Total Shambles with the 5 says we should get some more for right-sided centre back, best English centre back, probably only 60 mil, 24 years old. You know, I like Tomori. I do. I've not seen him this year though, but I remember a lot of people this season who said they watched Serie A and he's actually been pretty poor this year. So whether that's true,
people say he's had a little bit of a stinker. Didn't he have a stinker against Chelsea in the Champions League as well? Were they in the same group? I'm sure. I'm sure he had a bad time. Yeah, we was watching it here, and it was like, oh, it was a bit of a rip. But I do think he's good though. I think he might just be having a bad season, like I say.
Yeah, no, 100%. Right, okay, let's move on then to the man who got the opening goal, and it's Rodri or Rodrigo. 90 minutes played, 1 goal, 79 touches, 61 passes, 50 of them completed. That's an 82% pass accuracy. 2 long balls, 1 successful, 2 shots on target. Actually, could have had a second goal. Sommer, wonderful save.
That header.
It was incredible. It was like, he reminded me of Ronaldo. The height that he got up.
The way he leaps.
Crazy. Yeah, it was a madness. Made 3 dribbles, all successful. 10 ground duels, 8 successful. Didn't actually win any of his aerial duels, funny enough. Made a couple of clearances and interceptions as well. I thought he was magnificent last night. I thought he was better than John Stones, which is why I was quite surprised that John Stones got the official Man of the Match award.
Yeah, I agree.
I just thought he was...
He's mopping up, bro, in the middle.
He was.
He got us a goal. I just think he was mint. He looked mint. Everyone on the pitch, bro, he was everywhere. Just Rodri popping up. He was sick. And that goal, that goal stand out. Sick goal. Unreal. On his weak foot as well.
Nah, 100%. I thought he was brilliant. And he's been putting in some absolutely top-class performances at the moment. Loving what I'm seeing from him. Long may it continue because it's great to watch. In my opinion, there's no doubt in my mind that he's the best CDM in world football right now. And yeah, just top performance. And I thought he was better than John Stones. So I'm going to give him a 9.6.
Okay. I was borderline shagging him a 10. I'm gonna give him 9.8. High, I know. Xtra Club, they give me 9.8.
Fairs, big up. I've seen a lot of people in the chat as well.
9.6 is there. 9.7.
I've seen an 8.6.
Someone's trying to keep it.
Yeah, there are still some people in the chat are desperately trying to keep it real and trying to keep some sort of realism. But nah, I don't think it. I think when you beat Bayern Munich at home in the quarterfinals of the Champions League 3-0, I think you gotta go crazy a little bit in it. Big up Zach with a 2 says Jan Sommer is the only reason Bayern are somewhat still in the tie.
Completely agree.
Very, very true. Very true. Although you could say the same about Edison.
Edison,
he made a couple of big saves.
Yeah, that is very true. I think both goalkeepers played a massive part.
Yeah, big up those, Zach. You're right. Let's move into the sort of attacking midfield there. We've got Ilkay Gundogan, who played 90 minutes in the game, made 36 passes and 81% pass accuracy. One key pass in the game, one long ball, which was successful, one shot on target, one shot off target, one big chance missed, 4 ground duels, 2 of them won, 4 aerial duels, 1 of them won, and made 1 clearance there as well. I actually thought he was really good, kept things ticking over, joined the attacks where necessary, got stuck in, shape defensively in the right shape at the right times. He's never going to get the plaudits. He's never going to get the 10 out of 10 match rating. But I thought he had a really, really solid game. I think he had a solid, and yeah, on another day, he probably should have scored. Elia, he had that shot with his left foot where Sommer saved it. Probably should have put it in the back of the net, truth be told. But good performance.
Yeah, I think it's a good performance from Gundo. It was just a solid performance from him. Do you know what I mean? And we spoke about this in the watch on as well about him. We're gonna miss him, man. We will miss Gundogan when he leaves. It's why if we were to go sign someone like a Jude Bellingham, I'd like Gundo to be there as well to make the embedding period, and then you've still got Gundo on who's still putting performances in like this, and obviously apparently there is a contract on the table. It's just what he wants to do in it, which is more of a shame because when he's putting performances in like yesterday, you're just he just fits, man. He fits, and we said this in the preview that he's key to the way that we play right now, the fluidity of the team. I think a lot of it runs through Gundogan. So he's transitioning from defense to attack is very good. I rate him. I think he had a good game. I'm not sure how high I want to rate him though. I think I'm going to give him an 8.9.
Okay, first I'm going to give him an 8.7.
Okay, and the Xtra Club give him. Straight down the middle of me and you with an 8.6. Wait, what? No, that's not right, is it? It's one less than you. Never mind. I've had a long day. Yeah, 8.6 for Gundo.
There we go.
Yeah,
good score. I mean, these are good scores, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like when people are like, why are you slagging off Akanji giving him a bad score? He didn't get a bad score. He got very high scores.
Yeah, you need to come back to a normal player rating stream and you'll see they ain't usually like this.
Akanji did not get a low score. Akanji got a high.
Yeah, I think that's probably the highest Akanji's ever got.
No. Right, let's go on to Kevin De Bruyne. Then he played 68 minutes in the game before he was subbed off. 25 passes, 76% pass accuracy, 3 key passes, 10 crosses, 3 successful, 3 long balls, 3 successful, 1 big chance created. He won 4 out of his 6 ground duels. Made one clearance in the defensive stats as well. I actually thought he played well. I did. I think that he looked up for it. He looked active. He looked alive. Some of his deliveries into the box I thought were very good. On another day, could have got a couple of assists. I thought he drove the team on quite well. Linked up pretty good with Grealish again. That seems to be a relationship which I'm spotting, and seems to be one that's growing. His pass to Jack Grealish seems to be improving, and I thought he played well. I really did. I thought he had a good game, and I thought he's looking like the Kevin De Bruyne of old.
Yeah, I thought he played well. I think he looked proper up for it. It didn't seem like out of sync. We've seen times in the season where he's proper not looked on it. I think he looked good. I think the decision to take him off, Pep said, was a tactical decision. And if that is true and it wasn't anything to do with the injury, then it's a masterclass from Pep, because when he put Alvarez on, it did switch things up a little bit. I'm not sure what score it was when we took Kev off. Was it 2-0? Or was it 1-0? I don't even know. I can't remember. What minute did he come off?
68.
68. Oh,
yeah.
It was 1-0. 1-0 when Kev came off. It's pretty mad that, It's pretty mad that. Still, though, I still think a good game. I hope he's not injured, because we've said time and time again recently that he's got a massive part to play to the end of the season. Well,
that's the thing, innit? That's the big question mark over last night is Kevin De Bruyne okay? I think he's going to be fine. He carried on, and it didn't look that bad to me. And I think he'll be fine. He might miss training today. If the players have gone in another light training session today, he might have skipped it. But, we've got a couple more days until we play Leicester. I think he'll be fine for it. But yeah, did okay. To be honest with you guys, he's probably, for me, going to get the lowest rating out of everyone that I'm going to go through. But it's not because he was bad. It's just because he was only on the pitch for 68 minutes. And yeah, that's just how shit works. So I'm going to give him an 8.4, which is the lowest rating of everyone on the player, but still a good rating.
Yeah, it's still a good rating. It's not a roast, isn't it? It's not a roast. I'm going to give him an 8.5. Cool. Xtra Club, I've given him an 8.6, exact same as Gundo.
Okay, cool. Right, let's continue. Let's move on to the wings then. Let's start off with Jackie G and A, man. And didn't get a G and didn't get an A, unfortunately, yesterday, but did have another good game. Played 90 minutes in the match yesterday. One shot off target, 4 dribble attempts, 3 successful. 41 passes, 35 successful. That's an 85% pass accuracy. 4 key passes, 1 cross, unsuccessful. 1 long ball, which was successful. He won 6 out of his 11 ground duels. He had 1 aerial duel, which he didn't win. Lost possession 11 times. Made 2 clearances and made 1 block shot as well. I thought it was another really good performance from Jack Grealish. I mean, this spot, if you remember the last stream that we did, I think the last player ratings, I said, at what point do we stop saying this is good form?
Yeah, and just start saying this is his level now. Like,
just this, yeah. At what point does this just become Jack Grealish's level rather than this is just good form? He is in good form. I'm still going to call it form, because I think for me, level, you got to do it over a sort of longer period of time. But yeah, yesterday, man, he did really well against Pavard. Pavard's a good player, man, and he did really, really well against Pavard. Top performance again from Jack Grealish.
Yeah, really good, man. Really good. There was 2 times where he did like that little back heel kind of thing. There was one where they had the Ake overlap where the shot straight at Sommer. And there was the other time where his pressing was really, really good. Upamecano couldn't deal with Grealish in that game. Grealish cutting off that pass out to Pavard. And then nicking the ball, little dink to Erling Haaland, that little back heel, and Haaland chips it in for Bernardo. So honestly, Grealish right now is mint. He's doing. He's bringing his game to his team, man. Which I'm happy to say. I'm so glad that we're getting to see it, because there was a massive risk that it didn't happen. And if it didn't happen again this year, a lot of people might have just been like, "Yeah, bin him. Like, time to go." I think a lot of people after the first season were like, "It's time to go." So I'm happy that he's putting in these consistent performances for City now. And yesterday was like, still, you know what I mean? He's playing against Bayern Munich, and he's still showing levels. Like, he's still showing that he had a sick game. For me, my play rating, I'm gonna give him a 9.2.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give him an 8.6.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Xtra Club gave him a... Hang on, that's the wrong side. 9.2.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's Ash Grealish. I think Cade says RKO. Yeah, I think I'm gassed for Grealish, man. I'm gassed for him.
Yeah. Let's go on to the other side then. The big talking point before the game is who was going to start right wing, and Pep Guardiola went for Bernardo Silva over in form Riyad Mahrez. Bernardo played 90 minutes in the game, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 shot on target, 6 dribble attempts, 3 successful, 32 passes, 28 successful. That's an 88% pass accuracy, 3 key passes, 2 crosses, both unsuccessful, 2 long balls, both successful, 23 ground duels, 12 successful, lost possession 11 times. I made 1 interception, got dribbled past a total of 5 times, probably all from Alphonso Davies. First of all, Pep Guardiola, wow, what a tactical decision that was. Incredible tactical decision, paid off massively. Alphonso Davies was meant to give us the runaround. We gave Alphonso Davies the runaround yesterday, and that was all down to Bernardo Silva. Absolutely incredible. Fully justified starting the game. Goal and an assist. What can you say?
Bro, guy was incredible.
Yeah.
Guy was incredible. Like, it just makes you wanting to stay, man.
I know.
I'm just wanting to stay. Just stay and just do. Look at the passion when he scored, bro. He's absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, he was buzzing.
Man, I don't know how to rate the guy. It was sick performance. It was sick performance. It's the energy that you need from Bernardo Silva. I know week in, week out, we can say that Bernardo always give you energy, yeah. But yesterday was different, man. He wanted it. He wanted it. You could argue say he wanted it more than anyone on that pitch. He was mint, absolutely mint, and to cook Alphonso Davies like he did. Like we're talking about Alphonso Davies, innit? Ain't no bum. Talking about Alphonso Davies here, so. Incredible from Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, he was absolutely incredible. He really was. Look, I'm going to be real with you. I think he deserves a 10 out of 10, man.
I agree. You know what I think he deserves? I think he deserves the goat emoji, bro.
You think he deserves the goat?
I think he deserves the goat, bro.
Best. Well, whack it on then. Whack it on. Yeah, I think honestly, what he did yesterday. I mean, obviously the attacking stats talk for themselves. But what he did for us defensively was underrated because of the goal and the assist that he got. So I think he deserves a 10. Honestly, I think he was absolutely exceptional yesterday. And there was one particular time where he took 3 players on and was successful. Honestly, he made a mockery of those players yesterday. He absolutely spun them all. And yeah, just a top performance. Big up Bernardo Silva. Incredible.
Unreal. Please stay at this football club. Do not leave. Leave the girlfriend, innit? Do you know what I mean? Just let her move, innit? Let her move there. You can see her in the holidays and that. Long-term relationship.
Xtra Club.
Xtra Club gave him a... It's funny, actually, because I didn't actually know then. They gave him a 9.6.
Boo! why you got a gender against Bernardo Silva for, man?
Such a low rating.
Such a low rating. You guys have such an agenda. Honestly, man. Right, let's move on to the man. Erling Haaland played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. Got 1 goal and 1 assist. He got an XG of 0.76, so outscoring his XG again. 2 shots on target, 2 shots off target, 1 shot blocked. 28 touches, 15 passes, 12 successful. That's an 80% pass accuracy. 1 key pass, 1 big chance created. 4 ground duels, all lost. 3 aerial duels, all lost. Lost possession a total of 5 times and made 1 interception as well. He had 1 chance at 0-0, which I actually think he should have done better with.
Really made it off to him.
Side-footed, I think he should have put his foot through it. Took his goal well, and I thought the pass to Bernardo Silva was absolutely incredible. So a really, really, really good performance from Erling Haaland. I think he's improving on the ball, like everyone in the team, seemingly. He's improving when he's dropping deep. And I mean, the limelight's probably not on Haaland yesterday, although he did his best to get it on him with the goal and the assist. But yeah, another top performance, man. World class.
Yeah, another Munich performance. I like seeing him drop deep in that. Do you know what I mean? Seeing the Harry Kane game come out of it, which is good to see. But I think in the first half, I think he was struggling a little bit. I think we weren't really getting him on the ball too much. Obviously, he had that one chance where he side-footed it. But second half, I just feel like he had more space, man, to do what he wanted to do. But that one where John Stones headed it back across goal, nobody is near him. For Haaland's goal. Absolutely no one is near him. Man runs through, is right place, right time, all the time for Erling Haaland. Just always happens, week in, week out. And the ball to Bernardo Silva shouldn't be just overlooked, man. It's a great ball. The guy just dinks it back post. Perfect for Bernardo Silva.
And by the way, most people thought that was the wrong decision.
Even me. If you look at the stream highlights, when it comes to that goal, I'm going, no, what are you doing?
Yeah, I watched that stream highlights for everyone's channel this morning, and most people went, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean, when he did that. So no one thought it was the correct decision
because it's Haaland. It's Haaland. It's Haaland in front of the goal. You want him to shoot, and I think everyone. So I think someone super chatted us yesterday when we were doing the watch song and said basically he probably had their whole team was probably confused as to why he's not shot as well. Because some would have been expecting Haaland to shoot. The defenders would be expecting Haaland to shoot. And then just pops off a little dink past the back post. You don't expect that from Erling Haaland. You expect him to just slam it.
I agree. Player rating for me, I'm just going to go in there 9.5.
Whoa. He got a goal and assist and it was very good. I'm going to go 9.2. Just because I think the first half he struggled a little bit. But
Fairs.
Xtra Club will give him a 9.5.
Cool. They agree. We will do the sub, as there was only one. It was Julian Alvarez. Came on for 20-odd minutes. Played 22 minutes in the game. 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target. Made 4 passes, 3 successful. 2 key passes, out of them 4, which is pretty crazy. 6 crosses, 3 successful. 1 long ball, which was successful, and he won 1 out of his 3 ground duels. I thought the decision was the correct decision. I think Pep Guardiola was asked about it in his press conference after it, said, why did you do it? And he said, look, I'm the manager, but we needed that energy, we needed that pace in there. I think it was the correct decision to make. I think it paid off. And Alvarez now, he's at that point now where he's seriously knocking on the door for me. You know, he's knocking on the door and saying, he needs to be starting, or if he doesn't need to be starting, he needs to be coming on with 20 minutes, 30 minutes, rather than coming on for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? He's knocking on the door. He's at that level now where he needs to be playing minutes for this team because he's so good.
For the people in the chat, by the way, who are trying to cook me and LB for a Kanji being 8.8 there, these are the Xtra Club player ratings, isn't it? So if you're an Xtra Club member, you know what I mean, roast yourself, innit? Roast yourself. Should have convinced your fellow Xtra Club members to give him a better rating. It's so weird with Alvarez because how good he was against Liverpool. He deserves to be a starting player, bro. He does deserve to be a starting player, but it's so difficult in the City side to do that. It's so difficult, but I guess it just is what it is. It is what it is. We have to just see. Obviously, he signed a new contract, so he's clearly happy with how things are going. Honestly, unreal. And as Oliver just put in the chat there, with his member chat 11 months, yes, Oliver, mate. Alvarez corner, though. Bro, what are they?
Nice.
Where does Alvarez whip come from? His corner's sick. The ball that he put in for the 3rd goal, where John Stones heads it across goal for Haaland's goal, basically. That's an unreal ball. Guy's mint. Guy's sick, and he's showing things that I didn't know he had. I didn't know he had that in his game. I didn't know he had that in his locker. To whip out a long cross to John Stones, which is sick. His corners are sick. And then obviously that shot that he had, which was literally just wide. Just wide. I wish that would have gone in that. That goal, bro, would have been unreal.
Yeah. No, it was nice. It was a good performance. Kind of difficult to give him a rating because he only played 20 minutes, but he played well. So big up to Julian Alvarez. Pep Guardiola, of course. We rate him as well. He made a couple big calls yesterday. One, not to play Walker and to play John Stones. And what was he saying before the game? Said, if you want to go and win the game and you want to be brave, you play John Stones. That paid off. And I think the decision to play Bernardo Silva over Mahrez was also the correct decision.
I agree.
So for me, I think he's got to get a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Pep Guardiola.
He did absolutely nothing wrong. He only made one sub, yeah, but that sub changed the game. So if you talk about tactical decisions, it's massive.
Yeah.
To take Kevin De Bruyne off, if Kevin De Bruyne isn't injured, and put Alvarez on, that's a massive tactical shift. Like, because everyone would be, say if Kevin De Bruyne isn't injured, you'd be sat there going, why is he taking Kev off? Why is he doing that for? And putting Alvarez on it. So it's a weird move, but obviously back the manager, he absolutely slammed it. And to run with the formation that he did in the first place shows that he backs his team in the way of playing with chest. He's not reverted back to a Kyle Walker with a standard 4 at the back. He's gone, nah, we're playing sick right now. We're playing sick right now. The way that we're playing, this is how I want this team to be playing football. And he did it. And I'm buzzing for it, man. Buzzing.
Absolutely. And the referee, I've got to say, I thought he had a good game yesterday, the referee.
I thought he was all right.
I complained about him, to be honest with you. I was a bit worried going into it with all his yellow cards, but I thought he had a really good game, the ref. I think he was actually a bit fortunate for us because Jack Grealish certainly should have been booked for the challenge he made on, I think it was on Upper Meccano.
Did he not get? I thought he got booked.
I don't know. He didn't get booked for that one. He did end up getting booked. Oh, he might have got booked. I don't know. But anyway, I thought he had a good game, the referee. So I'm going to give the referee a high rating. I'm going to give him a 9.
Yeah. I agree. I think the ref had a good game. I think a lot of people in the Xtra Club were slandering him. I see like there's a few zeros, 1 in there, a couple of 5s in there. Like
that always happens.
But it always happens with referees. That's the thing. So the Xtra Club's rating for him was a 6.9. But that's just the way it goes with referees. I think honestly, I thought he had a decent game. I was worried going into it with the yellow card situation. 145 cards in 28 games is heavy, especially when you've got a Kanji there who was 1 yellow card off suspension. Now, obviously, Kanji has avoided that situation. Who was it on the Bayern team? Was it Kimmich?
Kimmich.
And I don't think he got booked, did he?
He didn't, no.
Yeah, so that's decent. So it's all fair game in the next leg.
No, it is. Big up, man. It's time to pick the man of the match. So for me, it's between Ruben Diaz and Bernardo Silva, who both got 10 out of 10 performances.
I agree.
It's really tricky because I've been banging on about the defence for me. And the defence is what's caused us to do so poorly in the Champions League over the years. However, and Diaz was mint. He was, and he saved us a certain goal with the Musiala. But Bernardo Silva, in my opinion, put so much effort into the game, so much class, so much skill, got a goal, got an assist, that I think for me, I'm going to give it to Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
But it's very close. It's certainly very close.
That's why I slammed the goat before, like, because in my head I was like, I'm gonna give Bernardo my man of the match was Bernardo. I don't know how Champions League UEFA have gone with John Stones when you had performances like that from Ruben Diaz, even Rodri, and Bernardo Silva. I think it's a bit mad, but I think it's a shame really because Diaz obviously had a worldie, but so did Bernardo.
Yeah, I still got a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
you know, some people will share it. So
I put a poll in the chat. It's already got 110 votes. I put man of the match, and it's currently swinging Bernardo Silva's way 60-40. So I think the majority of people are agreeing that Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people want Rodri in there as well.
Yeah, I did see a lot of people saying Rodri, but then I was like, I'll stick to what we're saying, just so that it doesn't rock the boat too much. We're in charge here.
No, it was mint. Well, there we go then. Bernardo Silva gets the man of the match award from us and you guys in the stream. A top performance. It really was incredible. And we move into that second leg now in a wonderful position, and a position that if we lose, then that'll be a very embarrassing situation. Well, that's unlikely to happen because of the position that we put ourselves in. So it has been mint.
It's only halfway still, though. We still need to put up a good performance.
Yeah, 100%. You guys could go and watch Hugh's reaction video that was uploaded last night. Me and Hugh did a video this morning at a live stream talking about it in a little bit more detail.
You want to see how...
Me and Jordan did Bellingham video last night, so if you want to go and check that.
Content, there's so much content for you to watch. There's the reactions to the goals. If you've not seen them, you can watch them as a short. There's everything. Everything you could want, possibly. Jude Bellingham news? Yeah, you can go watch that. You want more reaction to the game? You can go watch Hugh's reaction. You want some more with LB and Hugh in there? Go watch this morning's stream.
Yeah.
You want to watch this stream again? Watch it again.
Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Big up to the guys at Manscaped. We'll leave you with their ad. Spam all the veg in the chat. Let's have it, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.
See you later.
5% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping.